Spring is just around the corner, and with that, students are blossoming in a variety of classes. Some are getting a taste of the real world, while others are finding ways to stay productive. The snow may be gone, but the memories of fun winter activities also still linger. All that and more on this episode of Wildcat News. Welcome to this episode of Wildcat News. I'm your host, Abigail Yurchuk. High school provides many opportunities for students to explore career pathways for their future. One high school class, in particular, serves students a special helping that may place them a cut above the rest.
Warwick Valley High School provides an elective class called Taste of Culinary, taught down at the middle school culinary kitchen. Taste of Culinary Arts introduces the students to the basic principles of cooking, baking, and kitchen operations. On Tuesday, January 23rd, students had the opportunity to learn from a local professional chef who also happens to be a recent champion on the Food Network's long-running cooking challenge show, Chopped.
So in the Warwick Advertiser, we saw an article about a chef winning on Chopped, and he was local. So I reached out to him and to see if he wanted to come in and cook with a culinary class, and he did. I wanted him to come in to show his skills to the culinary class, some of the skills that they had learned, that you had learned.
Chef Karan is originally from Manhattan, but has lived locally for some time and is the owner and operator of Glenmere Farm. Chef Karan was excited to join the culinary class to pass on the love of cooking.
The best part about having Chef Karan visit was probably just seeing what it looks like to be an actual professional chef, seeing someone who turned their hobby and their passion into a career, and how far it took them, hearing about his experience on Chopped and winning it. It was just incredible. It just inspired me, and it made me want to turn, my hobbies into something greater in the future.
Once the students arrived, the knives were out, burners were on, and the ingredients were on the chopping blocks.
I just feel that he brought in skills that I wasn't able to teach him. So he's a professional.
Through the few techniques, as well as his knowledge that he shared overall and how to be a better chef, I'd say I gained just a little bit more knowledge on seasoning and flavorings, things that can really be applied to a lot of different dishes. So I'd say that's what I gained from that experience.
Being able to work with the professionals in a field really allows you to see what it's really like. Chef Karan gave these students an opportunity to get an inside look at the culinary world. This is Stephen D'Ambrosio with WVTV, signing off.
This quick inside look at the culinary world gave students a taste of what it's like to be a professional chef. Speaking of food, one of our correspondents had the chance to get the deep dish on school lunch.
Students in school always wonder not only why we are served what we are for lunch, but also why we eat lunch as early in the morning as we do. Today, let's look a little deeper into the time of students eating lunch. In school, kids are required to be given time to eat lunch just like when adults have a job. However, the time of lunch compared to most schools across America has to be way earlier than happening in the norm. Let's listen to what one of the admins in our school district has to say on the current time of lunch in the high school.
So the question was posed to me about the time that our school breaks for lunch. Our lunch break starts at 10:40 and ends at around 11:30. And it does seem quite early still in the breakfast area. However, the 10:40 to 11:30 time slot does split our day perfectly in half so that you have 3 hours before lunch and 3 hours after lunch. So although if we were to start our day at, say, 8:30, it would push us back an hour, but then we would be getting out later, so we wouldn't be getting out until 3:30 rather than 2:30. So I think the benefit of getting out at 2:30 kind of lends itself to the early lunchtime.
Kids enter and exit the building around the time when lunch is happening, but with a later time of lunch, maybe this wouldn't be the case. Across America, 51% of schools have their lunch at or before 11 in the morning. Students tend to think that this is too early though, because on a normal weekend, lunchtime is usually considered anything past noon.
While others go to normal classes after lunch, one group at the Warwick Valley High School chooses a different path. There are programs offered to students that allow them to get a head start in certain careers.
The C-Tech programs at Warwick Valley High School give students opportunities to get ahead in different careers. Video production student Logan McKay takes on various roles within the studio and has even begun writing some of the program's productions himself.
In video production, I've learned how to work a camera really well, and I've learned how to be a leader in the control room in a studio, and I've learned how to work all the jobs that are involved in working in a studio.
Logan's experience expands past just the classroom. Logan has already managed to use these valuable skills that he's learned in the video production program to go out into the real world and get paid for the work that he could do.
So I did work at ESPN. I worked a girls' basketball game, and for that, I used my basic camera work skills, which is basically identical to what I did when I did a basketball game here. The program teaches you very realistic on what its expectations are. So video production expectations are nearly identical to what people in the real world want.
The C-Tech program provides its students with an identical experience that you would see in the real world. This underutilized program is a pathway to unique job opportunities and is providing amazing opportunities to students every day.
I do believe students should take C-Tech programs because in my case, it has given me opportunities to do jobs that I never thought I'd be able to do working at ESPN. But it also taught me the skills that I needed. And as a high schooler, I know more than people in college do, and I'm going to keep on learning and keep on working.
And with that, this is Sean from WVTV, signing off.
With several unique programs offered at Warwick Valley High School, administrators hope that more people take advantage of this opportunity provided by the high school. When Wildcat News returns, we will look at the need to prepare and the cost of putting things off. We'll be right back.
One passenger, 3 potential drivers. It's the driving game. And here's our host, Johnny Ride.
She enjoys slow motion runs on the beach and takes safety very seriously. Let's meet our passenger, Pamela Anderson. Okay, Pam, let's begin.
Driver number 1, have you ever been drug tested?
No. What kind of drug should I be testing?
Okay, next question.
Driver number 2, have you ever had a background check?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they checked, if you know what I mean. Huh?
Driver number 3, why should I trust you to take me home?
Your safety is my top priority. I've been screened, licensed, and trained.
Okay, Pam, who's it gonna be?
Driver number 3.
Driver number 3!
You can't always vet the driver you're using, but the service you're using should. Be safe. Think before you act.
Welcome back to Wildcat News. I'm Abigail Yurchuk. It's often said that money makes the world go round, but many high school seniors may be leaving free money on the table. Rowan Astorino tells us why.
Over 1.7 million scholarships are awarded annually. The U.S. Department of Education awards an estimated $46 billion in scholarship money annually. However, studies show that 1 in every 5 students don't apply for scholarships or financial aid for several reasons, ranging from myths to leading them to believe scholarships must be paid back, to lack of information on how to apply. This information is simply untrue and leads to numerous scholarships being unclaimed and money going to waste.
Hi, this is Mrs. Amita No from the High School Guidance Office. Today I am here to talk about the application process for our seniors regarding scholarships. It is scholarship season for you seniors. So, just giving out another public service announcement. April 5th is a big deadline date for our seniors for most of our local Warwick scholarships. So, please get out there. Please do your research and apply. Check out Naviance. You have a checklist of everything that you need to do to finalize the process. Obviously, if you have any questions, please stop by the guidance office. But April 6th is a huge deadline date. Don't leave money on the table. There are so many applications out there for you, for anything, trade school, college, university, workforce, military. You got to be in it to win it, seniors, so come on out there and get her done. Thank you.
The cost of college is not cheap, and scholarships can help ease this expensive burden. It's important for students to put in a little extra effort and apply because the more scholarships you apply to, the better chances you have to be accepted.
Not all students apply for scholarships due to one main reason: procrastination. The distractions caused by social media, video games, and other activities can make it hard for students to be productive at home. But there are some tried and true ways to tackle procrastination.
Procrastination, a very harmful activity students do to avoid getting work done at home, affecting their grades and performance at school. Video games, social media, and other hobbies all contribute to acts of procrastination, affecting their grades and getting stuff done.
I think a good sleep schedule definitely helps, especially when you're very energized. I'm a pretty big coffee addict, so usually being pretty energized can help me get things done quicker.
As we hear from WVHS students, they tell us ways they get stuff done at home without procrastinating. Some also believe that extracurricular activities can help manage some procrastination so you have less time to get distracted. Reagan Smith tells us how she likes to accomplish her work without distraction.
I would say you have to turn your phone off. Honestly, electronics are a big problem, and I feel like they cause a lot of my procrastination. Also, if you just get alone in a space where you can get work done, that's really helpful. I make sure to plan out my day and make sure that I have enough time to get everything that needs to get done.
As the school year continues, it helps to find ways to eliminate distractions to finish the year strong with their grades and effort. For WVTV, this is Samara Beauregard.
Procrastination can negatively affect student focus and grades, but with the right strategies, students can lead less distracted lives. There is no procrastination allowed when it comes to protection. Abigail Glover fills us in on how we keep our halls safe.
In America, there are many things that bring danger into the world. Schools are a place to learn, so we need to make sure there are no dangerous acts happening. We need people to protect schools and keep children safe. Ever since there were public schools, there have been security guards. We all see security guards walking around, but we seem to take them for granted. Security guards work very hard to keep our schools from falling apart.
Okay, why do I think security officers are important in the school? Is because we're the first line of defense for any incidents that happen within the school, whether it's medical, some type of emergency, and then we handle it until the police department comes or the nurses or doctors come. So I think that's why we're important.
You guys want to start cooking? So next time you see a security guard, maybe thank them for what they do. There are over 1.1 million security guards just in America. Due to school shootings, the demand for security guards has never been higher. Security guards save many lives and are here to stay.
Next time you see a security guard, make sure you thank them for keeping WVHS safe. The end of high school, the end of a bitter rivalry, and the end of the winter season, when we return on this episode of Wildcat News. Stick around.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean,
Do you know that you're in my lane?
no, not at all.
Are you not paying attention? Are you texting?
I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6.
It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention.
I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up.
My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention.
It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Abigail Yarchuk, and you're watching Wildcat News. Senior year comes with many ups and downs. The added challenges of athletics and college applications can only heighten this already stressful situation.
Senior year can be very stressful, having to deal with college applications, multiple sports and clubs, all while maintaining a good social life. Senior Erin Smith experiences these challenges on an entirely different level. She balances being an All-American athlete while also academically being one of the top students in her class. We will ask her about her first year navigating the college process.
In the beginning of my senior year, when I was starting to apply to all these schools, I found it to be pretty stressful to make sure I picked the right ones and making sure I got all the essays done, all the questions done. And then when I had my free month when they were all turned in, it was pretty calming. Now though, they're all starting to roll in. Results of accepted or rejected or waitlisted are all coming in now. So it's getting a little, stress is heightened for sure. I think in high school, being involved with a bunch of different clubs and sports has really helped me meet new people and get engaged. So I think that taking that into my college experience will help me get acclimated to my new environment and just be more comfortable in a new setting.
Some of the most important people that help seniors manage the stress of college applications and life outside of school are our guidance counselors.
But I think the hardest part is kind of figuring out where you want to be, right? And the finance part to things as well. So it's great to, have those 6 to 10 schools that you're interested in. But then kind of figuring out once you get into schools, the decision of where to go is a tough part, because it's great that you got into those 6 to 10 schools, but then having to hone it down and figure out that one school that's the right fit for you, location-wise, financial-wise, and all of that is the hardest part.
The college experience can be complicated at times, especially for those who want to continue athletics at a high level. But in the end, for those who are able to continue on with something they are passionate about, the hard work is worth it. For WVTV, this is Reagan Smith.
Erin Smith hopes to end her senior year on a high note, fully prepared for her transition to college life as a student athlete. While kids come together from all over the country to participate in college sports, they may have been on opposing teams in high school. Warwick may be rivals with schools like Cornwall, Goshen, and Washingtonville, but when it comes to lacing up the skates and hitting the ice, the competitors come together to form one hockey team and compete for a common goal.
Washingtonville Ice Hockey Club's teams varsity and JV made it to the championship for the league. As if the name doesn't ring a bell, hockey is not very well known around the Hudson Valley, as well as the Washingtonville Ice Hockey team. They usually play teams like Sardi's or FDR, as the players have to drive a long way to play the sport that they love. The team consists of players from Cornwall, Warwick, Washingtonville, Goshen, and many more. There are 2 students that stand out in the Warwick Valley High School as they play for this very organization.
So Washingtonville had a great season. Both teams, JV and varsity, made it to the finals, and it's a great way for players and kids from other schools to come together. We have a lot of different kids from other schools, including Washingtonville, Cornwall, Warwick, who all come together and play together and set the old school rivalries aside to compete and try and win that championship. So it's a great experience.
The unknown sport had a huge impact on players like Jude in the Warwick Valley High School, as they are passionate about winning a championship. There's also a player that has the same motivation as Jude, but a little more experience with the organization as a junior.
So, I really feel like even though we're rivals in football and basketball and all them, our friendship that we were able to form in hockey really shows that although our schools may be rivals, we're really not that different, and all the people that go to Warwick and go to Washingtonville probably would get along if they were in a different setting.
Together form one hockey team. They collaborate and fight together to win a championship one day for varsity, as they just came short this year. However, there's lots of them to look forward to, as they have a lot of young talent on the team and hope to win a championship.
For some, hockey is an unknown sport in the Hudson Valley, but it is quickly gaining popularity. So, if you ever want to play hockey at the high school level, the Washingtonville Ice Hockey Club is the right fit for you. Although there's one snowy sport that keeps a smile on many faces until the lift line closes.
Many love skiing with their friends. Skiing is a fun activity to do with your friends and family and can create many memories. People come from all over New Jersey and New York to ski at Mountain Creek. It is located in Vernon, New Jersey. Whether you have been skiing your whole life or just started, it is fun for everyone, and there is a trail for any skill level. Utah is home to many of the country's best ski resorts, including Park City, Brighton, and Snowwood.
There are over 50 ski resorts throughout New York State and countless trials for all ability levels. Be sure to give skiing a try if you're a fan of high-speed thrills. As this episode comes to a close, We'd like to remind you to keep your eyes on the Warwick Valley Television YouTube channel for all the latest in and around WVHS. Thanks for watching this edition of Wildcat News. This is Abigail Yurchuk signing off.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.